Today we're making the most epic mac and cheese. Hi everyone, welcome to Black Cat Kitchen. I hope you're doing well. Today we're making one of my all-time favorite comfort foods, mac and cheese. I know you can easily make this out of the box, but I promise you, nothing compares to homemade, and this recipe is the best. So let's get started. See the description below for a list of ingredients. We're using 500 grams of pasta, and I'm using the lumache shape. Lumache means snail, so you can tell it looks like a little snail shell. These are perfect for our epic mac and cheese because it holds so much of that cheesy sauce. But macaroni is also fine. We're going to get these into a large pot of heavily salted boiling water. Cook your pasta slightly less than indicated on your package. To 125 grams of panko breadcrumbs, we're going to add about 50 grams of grated Parmesan cheese. In goes 2 teaspoons of thyme. I'm using dried, but you can use fresh, and a good pinch of salt. And now we'll add 50 grams of melted butter. Just drizzle it over the top, and we're going to stir it all in. We want to get all of those breadcrumbs coated. Time to talk about the cheese. We're using 4 different kinds of cheese in this recipe. You can use whatever kinds of cheese you like, but this is my favorite combination. Here we have 150 grams of mozzarella, 200 grams of Parmesan, 200 grams of a sharp cheddar cheese, and about 200 to 250 grams of Dewlay cheese. It's very similar to an Italian fontina. We're going to add all 4 of our cheeses to a large bowl and give it a good mix with our hands. I'm going to reserve a few handfuls of our cheese mix to go in between our layers. To the same pot we cooked our pasta in, add 100 grams of butter. Let that start to melt and get bubbly and a little bit brown, and then we'll add in 4 tablespoons of plain flour. Whisk your flour in very well, and we're slowly going to add in our whole milk, 750 milliliters total. Keep slowly adding your milk, stirring constantly. We don't want any lumps in our sauce. It will slowly start to thicken. Once it starts to thicken, I like to add in my secret ingredient, a nice healthy grating of nutmeg. Once your sauce coats the back of your spoon, just like that, you're ready to add your cheese. I like to add in my cheese in 2 increments, making sure the cheese starts to melt in between. Give it a taste and adjust the seasonings. Our pasta is cooked just slightly under al dente. We don't want to overcook it because it will cook some more in the oven and start to absorb that cheesy sauce. And in goes our pasta. Give it a good stir so all of that cheese gets into those little crevices. You could technically eat this right now, but we're going to make it so much more extra. Layer half of your pasta mix in the bottom of your pan. Spread it out, and now we're going to sprinkle on our first layer of cheese. Using half of our reserved cheese mix, sprinkle it all over that layer of pasta. Pour the rest of your pasta over top of the cheese layer, and the last of our reserved cheese goes on top of that final pasta layer. And now the part that everybody fights for, the crispy breadcrumb topping. This is ready for the oven. The great thing about this recipe is you can make it a day or 2 in advance, pop it in the fridge at this stage, and when you're ready to eat, into the oven at 200 degrees Celsius or 400 degrees Fahrenheit for about 20 to 25 minutes until the top is all bubbly and golden and you're ready for dinner. Cheese lover like I am, check out my fondue and don't forget to subscribe. See you next time.